Hey y'all, it's Heather. It's Saturday morning, and that means it's time for our weekend video. If you're new here, we're glad you're here. If you're not new here, we're glad you're back. This morning, me and Danny just headed to the garden after our regular morning chores, and we are doing some much needed maintenance in the garden. I'm working on the more permanent side of our garden, just pulling out weeds, picking some things that are ready, pulling out old plants, just cleaning up. It is the end of August, and things are kind of wrapping up in our garden. And I also added some composted down mulch. I always have piles of it on the edge of the garden, and it sits there and kind of composts down, and I can fill in my garden beds with those. So I use that on this first bed. While I was doing that side of the garden, Danny is working where we had the peanuts planted. And I mentioned in our other video that those weeds really got out of control. We really do not ever remember letting the weeds get that tall in our garden, but after a certain point, we tried to pull the weeds up before they got that far gone, but they were pulling the peanuts up, so we just left them. So, anyways, he's just working on getting some of those weeds out, and he'll get those scooped up in the backhoe bucket at some point and take them somewhere to dump them out of the way because they did all go to seed. I don't really like putting stuff like that in my compost because I am not a compost expert. I did use all the wood chips I had, so Danny was nice enough to bring me another scoop. And I got that in the garden beds that were cleaned out enough for me to get it in there. I'm trying to prep everything, and I want to cut my flowers and stuff back, but honestly, they still have flowers on them, even though they're starting to look kind of rough. I just can't cut them all back. I'm just cutting back what's in the walkways. And I still have plenty of peppers on my bushes, so I'm just going to leave those pepper plants and I'll just mulch around them. Well, it is Saturday and it's time for our weekend video. I'm just coming in out the yard, got my shower, made Danny some breakfast. I'm waiting for him to come and eat that. And I'm going to wash off these peanuts that I canned. I've been canning peanuts for what seems like quite a long time. I'm trying to make 2 videos on it, but it's kind of a long process. This is the least amount I've done in a day. So anyway, I get a good first part for the video, and then something happens and I haven't finished the videos. So I'm going to try again because I have 2 more Walmart bags, I think. So I'll try one more time to get one on pressure canning peanuts. And when I get done with this, I'm going to just be editing some videos. So you might not see me too much today, but I'm going to try to send y'all the thingy. We'll see. He's getting a little bit better with his participation. After breakfast, Danny just headed out to load up those weeds and get those taken care of. After he got done with that, for a good portion of the day, he worked on this little device he wanted to make to pull up roots out of the area that he's trying to clean out behind the woodshed. And yeah, he has a backhoe, but he wants to not make such a mess digging everything up. So he just wanted to figure out a way just to pull out, because there's tons of roots back there, pull them up without making such a big mess. So he's pretty happy with the way it turned out. After checking out Danny's new root puller upper invention, I headed out to where we have our fruit trees planted, and I just randomly plant flowers. And I have watermelons out here this year, some butternut squash. I don't really know what I'm doing out here, but I like it. He dumped me some mulch. I'll spread that out, and that will be it for me today. The only thing left to do is feed our animals and take our puppies for a ride. We'll dump these roots on our way around, and then we'll head to the house and grab us some supper. We'll see what's going on tomorrow. It's Sunday morning, and y'all, a lot of mornings I have no idea what I may or may not get into, and this morning is no different. So I just went up there, fed my animals, and did my walkthrough of the garden and noticed that the basil, it was plenty of basil. So I said, well, I'll pick that, get it on my freeze dryer trays, and get it in the freeze dryer. So that's what I'm doing before I head in the house and grab a shower and get us some breakfast going. I put my basil in the freeze dryer, got a shower, and made some breakfast. I had some extra basil, so I'm going to go ahead and make some spaghetti type sauce. I say that because I won't just use it for spaghetti. Anyway, I have my onions in here that cooked a little bit. So I'm going to add some of this garlic that I froze last weekend. I'm just going to give that a minute. And I'm just using canned tomatoes because my tomatoes did 0 this year. I get these organic diced tomatoes. I've been using those for salsa and everything, and it's great. And I just chopped my basil up with some oil. Alrighty, this is just gonna sit here and cook, simmer, do its thing while I do whatever it is that I want to do. Yesterday I had some peppers I needed to pick, and I went on and de-seeded them. I mean, a little bit of seeds in here, but anyway, instead of freezing them like I've been doing, I am completely out of cowboy candy to put into the refrigerator. I'm not trying to can it. I just need some for us to eat right now because we've decided we like this on tacos instead of salsa. So I want to keep it on hand. I also add it to like deviled eggs, which is something I need to fix today or tomorrow. What else do I put it in? Oh, I put it in pimento cheese. That's what else I do with it. I was just thinking on a regular basis what I use it for, but I really like it. Anyway, I already had the brine mixed up. It was just vinegar and sugar and salt. So I'm going to let that boil for about 5 minutes, and then I'll just put it in a jar to have in the refrigerator. I already boiled my eggs earlier, so while I'm waiting on the cowboy candy, I'm going to go ahead and make these deviled eggs. I do put paper towels in the bottom of mine when I'm going to have them just in the refrigerator. It's not like I'm taking these to an event and they're going to be eaten, probably still be eaten pretty quick. But anyway, I don't like the way they get water on the bottom of the container when you don't put it in there. So that's just what I do. And I'm out of mayonnaise, so hopefully this will be enough. And the broken eggs, I just put right there because you know what? I'm going to use those to taste test my filling anyway. So I don't care that some of them were broken. So that's 5 minutes cooking there. Made some deviled eggs while I waited. Got a pint and a half out of that. I think it was like 2 cups of peppers. So that worked out good for me. Super quick, super easy. It's not hard to can either. Just the extra step would be putting it in a hot water bath. And I don't think I've done a video on that. Maybe I have. I can't remember. Might be a video inside of a video. Whenever I do make some to can and put up for the year, I will make a video for that. And we have a local company that will drop their wood chips for us. So we are constantly, or should I say Danny is constantly moving them and piling them up in bigger piles so they will start composting quicker. And that's what he's going to do this evening. And that, my friends, will be how we end our weekend this weekend. a Sunday night date on the Backhoe. So thanks so much for joining us this week. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. We'll see y'all next time.